Our family growing up, we had an awesome family. And you weren't supposed to be born because your father said he couldn't have children. And when I found out I was pregnant with you, it was awesome. About the third month I was pregnant with you, I started bleeding, and the doctor said that either you're going to be strong enough and hold on, or my body's going to abort you. And you held on. So then there was Michaela. I was the only one out of my class that got hired on at Intel. We didn't want a stranger raising you guys. And since he hadn't taken any college, we agreed that he would be at-home dad until you went to school. And that's what we did. I worked. On our days off, we would always around the water. You girls loved the water. I used to carry you around in my arms and we would dance. Always the music. And we always danced. And you still dance. I've always known Michaela was gonna do great things, and I still believe that. On the outside, everything looked good. He coached the softball teams, he coached the basketball teams. He was the perfect dad. I was at work one day and I got a page, and I looked out at it and I didn't recognize the number, and then I got the page again with a 911 behind it. And I called the number, and when I called the number, it was Child Services. And I told them that they must have the wrong number. And they said, "No, is this Miss Meeker?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "We've got your children in custody." And there was this bolted door. And I had to get somebody to give me access to get through that door. I said, "What's going on?" They told me that I couldn't reach my husband because he had been arrested. He was in custody. And I said, "Arrested for what?" And they said, "Your daughter made a report that he had molested her on more than one occasion. You have to swear that you won't let the children anywhere around him." And I said, "They'll never see him again." It was like, I felt like I had failed my daughter. I was supposed to protect her. I just wanted the pain and the guilt to go away. I wanted everything to go away. And that's when I turned to alcohol, and I started drinking a lot. He had to have a surgery. He had a tooth pulled. I told him, I said, "You know why you have cancer, don't you?" I said, "By God, your family might have bought your way out of jail." I said, "But they can't buy your health." I said, "God's punishing you for what you did to your daughter." And I said, "I just pray to God before you die, you have enough balls to tell your daughter you're sorry." They sent him home with no nurse, no nothing, and just dropped him off with medication. One day I came in and the caregiver wasn't there, and I saw Michaela getting his medication for him. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, I don't have anybody to give me my medication. Nobody's been here all day," and he was screaming with pain. And I said, "That's not her job." At the point to where they cut into his jaw, I already knew Mike was gonna die. My hate went away, and I realized this is beyond hate. It's like nobody deserves to die alone. And I told Michaela, I said, "Your father doesn't have much time left, I know this." I said, "If there's anything you need to say to your father," I said, "you need to talk to him and say it." I said, "Because this is your only chance."
the only way somebody is going to change is if they want it. And the hardest thing was, like, knowing for a while that, like, I felt like I wasn't enough for her to change. And that was probably the biggest struggle I had. It's feeling like I was a part of a family for once. It sounds crazy, but it's weird. It's like they were everything that I had ever wanted in a family. I had been, like, alone for so long that, not alone, but I just never felt like I fit anywhere. I can't even describe, like, the feeling, honestly, of, like, I'm trying not to cry. For someone who barely even knows me to tell me that they want me to be a part of their family because they don't want me to struggle anymore, that was, like, it changed my whole life. Like, I don't know where I would be, honestly, without them. And they're the best thing, like, to this day that have happened to me, so.